Thank you very much to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, friends and colleagues all. It is an honor to be here with you, representing Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell and the Minister with responsibility for the Grenada Economic Investment Program, who also happens to be the Minister of Economic Development, Minister Oliver Joseph. They both apologize for their absence here this evening for the reason that there is a Parliament session where important matters are to be tabled. Through me, they have asked that I extend to you their wishes for a successful kickoff this evening, and they do look forward to being with you in Hong Kong in the not too distant future. I am sure though that if they were here, they would agree with me that these superb environments that the Jockey Club in Hong Kong does offer is precisely the quality that accords and speaks well of the kind of high quality products that the government of Grenada will offer through the Economic Investment Program. Let me take this opportunity too at this juncture to thank my newfound friends Jimmy and Timmy. You would allow me for truncating the names, and to US Reader for what has been a most excellent job in putting these exquisite arrangements in place this evening. And I would like you to join me in giving them a rowdy round of applause. It also gives me great honor this evening to introduce to you and to ask that you join me again in applauding our ambassador to China, who is based in Beijing, a friend and dear colleague who was our Minister of Foreign Affairs in our past government, the Honorable Calvert. Please, can you stand? Colleagues, Grenada is a sovereign state. Grenada is a member of the United Nations and many of the international organizations that you are familiar with. Grenada is a democratic country, and like you, we have a long democratic tradition. The new administration of Prime Minister Keith Mitchell launched this economic investment program in 2013. The economic investment program, I want to tell you, has the full support of the entire cabinet and the entire parliament, indeed all of Grenada. The program will provide, colleagues, for the rapid processing of your applications and two, for quick notification. Applicants, for instance, will be notified within 6 to 8 weeks about whether their application has been successful or not. Permanent resident visas will be issued prior to that, upon the submission of your application. The government and the licensed marketing agent, US Reader, will market what is called our Section 10 investments, which are the investments going into our National Transformation Fund. The fund will then invest in a number of projects. Many of them are going to be extremely lucrative. The importance of this is to say that we intend to manage very strictly with our good partners PRG in China the administration of the program, including through the National Transformation Fund, and indeed, so as to maintain the integrity of the program, we intend to be pretty swift and pretty clear about dealing with agents and sub-agents that are not in conformity with our administrative and legal arrangements of their being appointed. The government clearly understands, colleagues, agents, all the needs of your clients. And we plan, I want to say this to you, we plan to meet and exceed the quality of any program offered throughout the Caribbean. And we believe that Grenada does offer unique opportunities that others cannot boast of. Let me say that in terms of the legislation, any amendment that we make in this program, because we have the support of the entire cabinet and the parliament, will be done in conjunction with our newfound friends PRG and US Reader, so that we benefit from the experience coming from the market, and we're better placed to serve the needs of your clients, even where they evolve over time. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to re-emphasize something my dear friend Joe said. Unlike many other programs, Grenada has one class of citizenship. So if you become a citizen of Grenada, you benefit in the same way that someone who was born in Grenada would benefit. There is one class of citizenship. I want to tell you very quickly, because we've heard some already, about some of the benefits of citizenship in Grenada. You can travel visa-free, as we heard, to over 100 countries. In February of this year, for instance, Grenada was approved by the European Union's Parliament for visa-free travel, and the procedures are going through, which is, colleagues, why we need to be so meticulous about ensuring that we maintain the integrity of the program. I want to tell you too that citizens of Grenada enjoy full residency rights and full property rights in our country. I want to add the third thing, which is that Grenada is a member of the OECS Economic Union, which means that you will benefit from free travel, visa-free travel, and free rights in many of those countries as well, including countries in Caribbean. Dual citizenship is permitted in Grenada with every country, and no requirement is in our constitution or in our law to notify any other country about your citizenship in Grenada. I want to say too that in Grenada you will find that it's very easy to form a corporation. You will also find that it's easy to establish and operate a business entity. You will find, interestingly, that there are no taxes on your dividends. Colleagues, citizenship in Grenada can be had for your entire family, and your application, for instance, can include your parents. The funds are going to be held in escrow by a local agent, which is appointed by the government. And these funds, these agents have been insured, and the funds are in a bonded trust account. I want to say that if your application is disapproved, the funds will be returned to you. Colleagues, I did mention that Grenada boasts of interesting opportunities that others cannot tell you of. And this is besides the fact that Grenada is in fact a large tourist destination, but you know that. Grenada has a successful medical school, and education services is a large part of our economy. But thirdly, Grenada lies just off the shelf of Venezuela to the northeast, and Trinidad and Tobago, which lies to the south, both of whom are petroleum-producing countries. As I speak to you, Grenada has an overlapping region called Block 21, which is a region just north of Trinidad but south of Grenada, which is presently the subject of a joint cooperation agreement for development. Colleagues, I could go on, but I need say no more than the following. Should Grenada be successful in exploiting its petrocarbon resources with 100,000 people, you can well imagine that the forecast of many economists that this could well be one of the countries in the region which is the highest per capita country, and certainly stands among developing countries in the world with the highest per capita, that those forecasts are not unrealistic. I want to invite you again to participate in this. I believe that we all appreciate the importance of having programs such as this, which is sustainable and which is there for the long run. In this regard, the government of Grenada is delighted to join with PRG and with US Reader in what is the establishment of a very long-term, fruitful partnership, which is based on trust, credibility, and mutual respect. But we do this solely, colleagues, because through your agents and you members of you present, I have a thought. The thought that I have is that it would be great for us to welcome you to be part of our Grenadian family. Thank you.